Good day and welcome. Thank you for joining me today. Hope you're having a great Monday. Let's get this Euro truck stuff on the way here. We gotta deliver some goods. Please like, share, and follow. Much appreciated if you did. And put the quiz up. Take me half a second. Go. Move things around a little bit on that little dashboard thingy. And go into the game here. Oh, sure the sound works here, maybe just to make sure. Always got to make sure things are working, eh? That's not there we go. It is working. Good. Have sound. There we go. It is working. Good. You can hear sound, so that's a positive thing. We go. There, we're in cam. Got to get them deliveries going. Kobe, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. All right, what do we got for delivery? It is a train undercarriage going from Claremont to Ferrand. No, Clermont-Ferrand to Le Mans. Turn on the radio here for Kobe. Kobe loves the music. See what we get. Joey, let's go. Early delivery man. Alright, I don't know what kind of music Kobe likes, but you know, Early Delivery Man sounds like a good song to start early in the delivery stream. Early Delivery Man sounds good. Alright. Let's get out of this joint, man. We got our train. I thought I was going to be starting in Dresden again because there's a content change. I was okay with the volume of this when I listened to the VODs. It's kind of backgroundy, you know, that's kind of the point of it. You know, even when I'm in the car in real life, I don't really crank my radio. I mean, sometimes I might, you know, if it's a good Mr. Bungle song, but if it's just the radio, you know. Whoa. Let's go over here, eh? Joey, thank you for sharing. Much appreciated. That's a different story for you. Do you really crank it? I should ask that as a poll sometime, eh? You blast that radio? That'd be a good poll. I bet you there's all sorts of answers potential with that. All right, we're getting the train. We're gonna get these train rails in there. Good delivery, not too far for this one. Won't be a huge amount of XP. We're getting closer to that level 25. The goal of 25 being that where it unlocks the truck that I want. Certain one. This one's a good truck though. But you know, depends on the music. When you love it, you crank it up. I used to have a coupe, like a Saturn coupe back in the day, and I had a subwoofer and everything, man. It gave the good boom when you're listening to music that did the boom. 3 levels to go, that's right. Oh crap, am I going the right way? No, I'm not. Gotta get just over just a bit. There we go. We don't wanna cause a delay on these train rails, because we can't read the map properly. You like the good bass? It was good. I didn't mind having a subwoofer, although it took up a lot of my trunk. You know, the Saturn Coupe didn't have a lot of trunk space to begin with. And you know what else happened? I bought this thing. It was at Visions Electronics. I bought it, but they didn't have any appointments available for installation. So they said you can go get it installed wherever, and I went to this other place that was nearby, and they said, yeah, we could do it tonight, while I was there, kind of thing, because I was from out of town. I lived in a small town that was not near the city where I was buying the stuff, and they installed my amp, and they installed, the speaker was in a box, so it just sat there. It didn't have to be actually installed, but they drilled the amp, and I asked them to put it upside down, so that it wasn't in the way, and then they put it on the bottom of the trunk. And maybe it's more expensive in the city. That could be. I don't know. I mean, the place where I lived didn't have stereo shops, so anyway, they they didn't listen. I wanted it attached to the top, and then they attached to the bottom, and eventually it took me a while to discover this. They were long gone, that business, by the time I discovered it, but eventually, because it was such a pain, all the time the amp would get hit when you're putting stuff in the trunk, and there's these big arms that come down in the trunk, and so there's very little room. So eventually, I loosened off the amp, and where they attached it, and then kind of had it more on the side, kind of thing, right? Just kind of more or less loose, and then I could move the speaker, but for a while, my car kept smelling like gas, and I was like telling the garage about it, a different garage, that I normally went to, and basically they figured out that when that amp was installed, they drilled right into the gas tank. So they put a hole in the gas tank, and that's where the gas smell was coming from. So I mean, they could have blown themselves up installing that at the time. Fortunately, it was just sitting there, so I don't think I was really at risk, but it was for a while. A little hole in the gas tank. I'm gonna have to go sleep at the next thing here. But yeah, they figured it out, and then they had to pull the gas tank off, put a cork in it or something. They sealed it, and all that stuff. But I paid all this money for them to install it properly, which I wanted it opposite, and it wouldn't have been drilled into the gas tank. But they didn't listen. They just installed it how was the easiest. I'm lucky the spares underneath that too. They didn't drill into my spare or something too, but because it's like one of those things where you lift up the bottom part, and then there's a spare underneath there. Yeah, it was a long time later that they discovered it. The business wasn't even around, but it's like, what a pain, because you pay money to get it professionally installed, and then they kind of cause more problems, and they cost me money to repair the gas tank on top of it. That's their fault, yeah. Yeah, I mean, they might have, if they were around still, maybe they might have paid for the gas tank to get repaired or something. I don't know what they would have done. But it sounded good. It sounded good, like I bought the speaker and the amp from somewhere, and then it all sounded good. It's just the extra party that installed it didn't do the best job of installing it. Because not only was it in the way, but they also screwed a hole into my gas tank, which, you know, it's probably dangerous. But that's my story about my subwoofer. It's funny hearing the subwoofers from the outside of the car. It's like, you know, because of the car vibrating. Oh man, of course I didn't stop at the one rest stop. And there's none to be found anywhere. Maybe there's one off to the side there now, but is there a more convenient one? Really, not particularly convenient, is it? Or not red yet. We'll give her a bit longer, I think. Smith, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. Oh, we got stars for star! Thank you so much, Smith. Should have the thing pop up in a second here, hopefully. There it is. Hope your day is going well, Smith. Smith, he knows the wheels. He likes the wheels. He doesn't have a wheel like this one. His is newer, I think. I think he said he has the 920, if I recall right. Not no old Momo. Not no old Momo wheel. Hey Chris, how are you? Yeah, well I can't go back to them because they closed down. Probably did so many crappy jobs. I was actually had a car starter installed in my vehicle at a different shop, and you know, that was a pain in the butt too, to be honest. They oh, it's a Thrustmaster. Oh, it's not a Logitech. Oh, okay. The Thrustmasters are supposed to be a little bit different than the Logitechs, eh? Have you had a chance to try much Logitech, or? Because I was reading the differences and stuff like that, and I mean, there's different perks and stuff to each of them. Like, what made you decide on the Thrustmaster? Was it good reviews, or like, how did you figure out which one you wanted? It's like, oh, the feedback's better. Oh, okay. Every time I pull into rest stops, this plays this song, eh? Have you ever looked into one of those wheels that is that separate motor? I can't remember the name of them, but there's a separate motor. Then you buy the wheel and the pedals, and it's like super pricey. Like really the pro high-end wheels. Belt driven. Alright guys, we're gonna go to sleep here so that we don't fall asleep on the road. That guy's got a helicopter. Fanatec, yeah. Did you ever get one of those? Those look pretty rad, actually. I saw a video where the guy had a Fanatec and he had like 3 55-inch 4K monitors surrounding him, and he was playing some racing game. Well, crafters, thank you for liking, and Chris earlier, and Millenaire. Much thanks to everybody for all those likes. Much appreciated. They're about $1,000, yeah. They aren't cheap, that's for sure. You can get like, well, I think in Canadian prices, but there are some that I saw they're $1,800. That's pretty wild for the wheel and just that stuff, you know. Although I have to say, I like that this stand I bought. I don't know if you saw it on my TikTok, but I was using a TV table before, and it was kind of flimsy, so I actually bought a racing wheel stand, and it's nice and solid. I race on my, you know, obviously you can see I'm on a lazy boy chair rather than at a desk. But you know, the stand's good and solid, though you can't move it. This game is Euro Truck Simulator 2. I am a trucker right now. Bringing railroad tracks, I think, is the thing I'm delivering. Or something for a railway car, anyway. Yeah, excuse me. Grab some water, eh? There we go, we did it without crashing. Holy crap, that was close. 30 levels. I'll be delivering the tank. Is that what you have to be, a certain level? You get to be a military contractor? You're just guessing? Oh, okay. That's when you do the Russia levels or something? Man, I hate that when my keyboard slides around on me there. There we go. That back in position. Gonna be turning now. The tank might be a mod too, who knows? They should have you deliver, you know what would be cool to deliver? I should write this into them, eh? Is, you know how like, when you have like, I don't know if you know, but there's these like, sometimes you have like little carnivals that come town to town. You could like transport, you know, the rides, you know, that they, you know, deliver the salt and pepper shaker or whatever. Whatever the ride's called, I don't know. But I mean, they use semi trucks for that. Be cool, I think. You ever go on the local carnival like that? You know, like they always kind of go in the mall parking lot, and then, you know, you got to buy tickets and stuff like that, and they're super overpriced for what you get. And then you throw your money at the different carnivals to get a stuffed animal, or the different games. Throw baseballs at something, you know, that kind of stuff. Levania, thank you for liking, much appreciated. I think, you know, those guys are gonna make a killing this summer. Well, no, if the COVID allows them to move around, if they're back in business, I think they're gonna make a killing once things go back to normal. Disney's already back in action. Although, you know, I'd wait for Disney until things are way more normal, I think. Because that place is expensive. So, you know, I wouldn't want to have a half experience or something. I think we're sort of going straight. Oh, we're going a little bit fast there. But yeah, the carnival rides. I don't know if you guys have a favorite carnival ride, but I kind of like the one, I don't know what it's called, Gravitron or something, where it looks like a giant circle and you stand in the cage and then it spins really fast, like goes up and then you're spinning. That one's kind of cool. And the other one I liked was the Tilt-A-Whirl, where it's kind of like you're in these ones that go kind of in a circle. Ferris wheel, big Ferris wheel for you. I've never been really a big roller coaster trier. You know, as far as that goes. I remember a friend of mine in high school. He was telling me, or no, wait. Yeah, I don't know what grade it was. Probably high school. A friend of mine was telling me she was waiting in line in Westhampton Mall for the roller coaster, and they waited for their friend. And then that car they were supposed to get on, it actually flew off. And you know, they had like some deaths and stuff like that in Westhampton Mall on the roller coaster. So that was a long time ago that they were in that. But they were lucky. If they wouldn't have waited for their friend, that might have been them. I guess, you know, unfortunately for whoever wound up taking that car, but fortunately for them. That's scary, you know. They were young when that happened. But like, you know, the cars flew off. One of the cars flew off the tracks. Funny, this Westhampton Mall, it's like a giant mall in Edmonton. And they got like an amusement park in it. They got a skating rink in it. They have a hotel, and they have like a water park. There's like there was dolphins, and there's submarines. They had submarines in there. They're on some sort of track kind of thing. It's a big mall, you can imagine. I imagine they weren't too pleased about having to probably shut down or partially shut down or something there, you know. There's tons of businesses in there to rely on that international traffic, you know. But yeah, I've only been to that water park a few times, but it was pretty fun. Subs are seaworthy as well. Oh really? Tested in North Vancouver? There you go. The as far as goes, the never stayed at that hotel in that mall. I know somebody that got hit, you know, the Anaheim Mighty Ducks were practicing in that skating rink, and a puck flew up and hit someone I know in the face and gave him stitches. That would have sucked. They got a signed autograph stick though. I'm doing good, thank you. How are you doing? Oh, we gotta turn. All in the rail cars today across Europe. I went through England and I was by that city that you were in before. Um, with the B. I don't remember the name of it now. BC shut down again tomorrow. Did you see my TikTok? There was a pretty cool, yeah, Manchester, that's right. Did you see my TikTok? I went to a restaurant that had like little igloos and stuff like that. Kind of cool. I added some music to the game here. The steering wheel's on camera, isn't it? Yeah. That's a little farther out, but fine. You guys can see it, sorta. Oh, crap! Who got him? I just got safe, safe music, stream safe music. Facebook has a list of songs you can download, and so I downloaded a bunch and threw it in a folder for the game here, so that my radio had something playing. Kind of crap music mostly, but some of it's okay. Oh, Mr. Bungle, you know. Oh, it's going that way. Taking the long way, I guess. I probably missed the turn. So they're gonna reopen churches and close everything the same week. Guess they figured there was a problem. too many big parties in the bush. Aren't listening. All these protests. I saw by the local mall here, there was a whole bunch of protesters there and stuff like that. Hopefully it says free, yeah. Well, this is a list that our community manager, our partner manager guy, said is safe. Sometimes VODs do though, like Twitch did that, where the VODs were, you know, they're supposed to be royalty free, and then they still got some claimed. That's really background though. As a partner, I can actually play normal music too, but I gotta really watch my alerts then, because it'll turn off my reach if I get a strike song kind of thing. Because Facebook actually made a deal with a number of music companies. Although it's really complicated because, you know, some songs are okay in some countries and not okay in other countries, and so as to what's allowed, you know, it's kind of a little bit of a gamble. Probably gonna be a hard one, but We can try. It's probably entertaining to watch me do an 80-point turn, I'm sure. We use the drones. This is daytime. I think we better go to the far right here. Where is it anyway? Right there, okay. Oh man, that. Probably if I go here, maybe? Yeah, this will be pretty tricky. Let's go here first. So I can straighten out. Then we'll go. Oh, wrong way. Whoops. I did it again. See, I don't know. Maybe I should pull in at more of an angle. Get a little mini puzzle, eh? Yeah, probably. Go more of like this way, maybe. Like that, hey? Start turning now. Jackknife cigar. Eva, thank you for following. A dragon? Drag that trailer? Well, we're close. Axman, thank you for liking. Little thing being here. Of course, they put me in the toughest spot they could put me, I guess. I think I gotta go that way. Uh-oh, we're dragging on the grass there or something. Oops, wrong way, man. That's no good, eh? May, thank you for sharing and liking. Much appreciated. And Japoy, thank you for following. Okay, which way? We gotta turn that way. There we go, we made it! Quick, let's get out of here before they notice. Excellent! Look at that, guys. Almost at that level 25. It's getting closer, closer. Where do we want to go next? We've got beer. Oh, it's non-alcoholic beer. Salmon. This one's $40 kilometer. Over to the UK. I don't know if you guys have ever been to Felixstowe, but it looks like a good route to me. An asphalt filler or miller. Well, there you go, eh? The heavy one too. Can handle it though. As you can see by that sweet parking job I did. Oh, this is like a double trailer thingy or something. That thing turn separately? No, it's normal. Okay, good. Had to get an idea what I was dealing with, man. What was that? Yod with the stars for star! Thank you so much, Yod. Much appreciated. Hope you're doing well. Kicking the butts of all the bad guys in the video game universe. Okay, we're half sleepy. We're okay for gas. There we go, turn. Going to the UK, guys. Gonna bring this asphalt miller thingy over the water and over there. Gonna be fine delivery. Are my lights on? Yeah, they're just not very bright, I guess. Alright, cars, you want to let me in? Hopefully we can make it to the ferry without sleeping. That'll be alright. Last time I slept and then I realized when I was cutting the video that you could see the ferry in front of me. That was unlucky because you don't really need to sleep if you're going onto a ferry. Alright, here we go. I think we have a toll booth ahead here. All right, here we go. Step 1, toll booth. Step 2, we're gonna set our cruise control when we're on the main road there after this turn. We're really fast because it's heavy loading. Ariel, thank you for liking, much appreciated. Alright, you guys. That away is which way we're going. Don't think I'll be able to set my speed on time here for the cruise control because of another turn. We'll get places though. Alright. Now we're speeding. We set it quick. Oh jeez. Oh jeez, it's just about tipped twice. It's an uneven load, I guess. It would only have taken us 43 minutes to tip ourselves. That would have been not cool. Now we'd have to pay a bunch of money to get hauled into Raj. Pay a bunch more money to fix the car. I already got like tires that I gotta get repaired again, it looks like. You know, that's like a few $1,000 right there, you know. Good thing we're doing a $30,000 trip. Although we're getting close to, we'll be at like 650,000 after this trip. Alright, I'm going to set my cruise control here. There we go, hopefully I set it. Bedelita? Thank you for liking, much appreciated. Hopefully I said your name somewhat close to how you say it. If I didn't, then I apologize, but you know, I could probably read it 10 times and I'd say it 10 different ways, I'm sure. He actually, kind of cool. If I could, I think I'd put my, oh, there's a thing on fire over there. I'd put my game on that, on my big screen. But how Steam works is you can't change this game out of full screen mode. So, and I don't want to switch the main monitor all the time, because that would be kind of inconvenient all the time switching my monitor arrangement around. Osmond, thank you for liking, much appreciated. It'd be nice if there was a way just to select which monitor you displayed it on, because I want to play it. I have one regular monitor and two 4K ones, and I'd play it on my left 4K if I could. Nisha, thank you for following, much appreciated. We're getting places here, guys. We're trying to get over to England this time for this particular load. Asphalt Miller. I don't know what that does. Something to do with asphalt, I guess. But heavy, as Marty McFly would say. Say, whoa, Doc, that's heavy. And getting places with it. These guys will get their thing, and then they'll be able to make all the asphalt they want, I guess. One thing that's kind of cool about Euro Truck is all these different countries, you know. I think that's cool anyway. I like American Truck as well, though. Oh, there's a lot of variance between states as to what the scenery looks like and stuff, so that's pretty cool. What's going on up here? Oh, we got construction of some sort. They're both good games. They've done a good job on both of them. I've been on Euro Truck lately. I kind of wanted to work up to that second Scania. You know, sometimes I might flip over to American Truck and back and forth. If they ever added Canada, though, I tell you, that'd be awesome. Like, it's like you have a world business. You know, you do some Europe driving, some driving in North America. Maybe South America at some point, I guess. You know, if you think about it, this game is like from 2012, I think, is when it released. So, you know, when you got 8 or 10 years into American Truck, it'd be probably a lot of stuff added. Wasim, thank you for liking, much appreciated. I don't know what kind of places would be the cool places to add. I'm sure everybody wants to get their own countries added, though, eh? Although I think it'd be kind of cool if they expanded it into more and more places, though. It's kind of neat. Fire Devil, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. Fire Devil probably likes that rocket ball thing up there. I played like literally 3 hours, 2 hours of Rocket League. What's up? It snowed yesterday. I don't know if I put a picture on the internet. I can't remember his Instagram or his Instagram and Twitter of it snowing. Today it's nice and dry again. I don't know. It was a little bit chilly this morning though. You know, I was wearing my mixer hoodie, and you know, it felt like it was like I was underwearing. Should be wearing a heavier coat at that time, I guess, but it was nice the day before. Alright, this must be some sort of border or something, I don't know. Franken B, thank you for liking. Andrew, thank you for liking. Here we go, pay the toll, get out of here. That place was lit. I gotta use the terminology kids use, you know. I think they appreciate when you use terms like that, you know? Not sus or anything when you use them new terms. I'm afraid I'm out of terms, guys. It's almost like Ligma, huh? It's a convenient gas station. Kind of curious how far the ferry is, though. It's not around the corner or something. Although Ligma's kind of last year, isn't it? There's always something new. Here's a pretty cool looking bridge thingy here. I imagine we're gonna have to wind up sleeping because bed's past the man now. Probably using extra gas because it's like heavy load too. You know, asphalt millers are not light particular devices. Might as well be carrying a tank like Kobe was saying earlier. Get an idea where we are. Smart. Figured out. It doesn't look like that far. Huh. Maybe we can make it. Maybe we just gotta go fast, eh? Fast and furious. Not quite that fast though. Or that furious. You guys excited? There's a new Fast movie coming out. What are they on, 9? Alright. We're getting places. Another darn toll booth, that's where we're getting. Part of it's grayed out too, eh? Alright, you guys, here we're making it. We're gonna be inspirationally motivated to get past the obstacles of sleep. Our guy has some tunes in this radio he likes. Holy cow, we're just cruising up this hill here, eh? If I can use the cruise to accelerate faster. All right. The engine's pretty loud, eh, when you think about it. All right. So we got 6 hours and 26-minute game time. Some of that's a ferry ride though. We can make the ferry, we'll sleep on the ferry. Then we'll just be almost at the destination. We're going a whopping 60 kilometers an hour here because of this hill. Heavy trailers slowing us down. Now we're moving. Now we're flying out of control. Try setting the cruise again. There we go, right on target. Stay on target. Alright guys, we're getting the places here. Uh-oh, yawning. Wonder how close that ferry ride is. This is the last turn. Got the first yawn. Look up there. Zeno, thank you for liking, much appreciated. Getting places. Our guy's tired though. They're yawning. If you hear a yawn, that's not me. It's the guy. The bed is red. How close we are. No, how far is that? I wonder if we can make it. Maybe if we go 90 instead of 20. Ben, thank you for liking, much appreciated. We're seeing if we can push the limit here. Not that there's anywhere to sleep here, you know. And how far could it be? we'll get a couple finds and bait a couple times before we start drifting into stuff. There's a sleeping spot, but when these spines start rolling in, just roll down the window, eh? Open that thing. Burger took so long. Wong, thank you for following. Much appreciated. Get back up to speed here, guys. Come on, let's give her. Gotta be close, right? Look at that road over there. That's weird looking. Oh, there's the ferry up there, the dotted line on the map. I think we can make it to the ferry. We just have to be determined, man. Oh, let's not drive into the side. That'd probably slow us down. We'll put on some racing music. Watch us fall asleep and then drive into the ocean. Alright, you guys. I think we just gotta turn up there. We're almost there. Guess up here. Go down a bit. Oh, we're getting fined for not sleeping. Man. We're just about there. I'll be sleeping soon. Gotta turn a couple times. Give me that GPS back so I can see where I'm going. Around the corner here. Alright, where do we go for... Another stupid fine. Where we gotta go? I'm not really sure. Oh, that must be an exit. Of course there's a truck behind me. Go the way, truck. What did I hit? 8% damage, holy crap. I'll blame it on the thing here. Where I gotta go? All right, let's hopefully we're well rested now. Oh crap, what I hit now? Oh, and it didn't even rest my guy. Did I not take the travel? I'm on in the UK. Yep. Crap. 8% damage. I'll get out of here. That's kind of weird. It's like it puts you on a train over the water. It's not actually a ferry. My guy didn't sleep. Thwarted. And I gotta go on the left side here too. Oh crap, what's going on? Where's my guy backing up? Like I can't make it up the hill here. Stuck on something? Oh crap. Oh, found it. Surdek, thank you for liking, much appreciated. I'm not getting anywhere here. Might have to just tow, I guess. Go to service. I can't pull myself up that hill. Because my car's not quite powerful enough. I should have took a faster run at it. Oh no, man. Terrible over here, eh? No garages here? Or not garages, sleeping? Oh, there's sleep right here. Okay, good. This is sleep probably right over here. There we go, got some rest. Kind of all these dilemmas all at once, eh? Barman, thank you for following. Much appreciated. I just dropped the trailer for a second because otherwise I'd have to line up the parking spot better. Hopefully 8% damage isn't too much. But we're in England now, so I gotta drive over on this side of the road. Go, guys. Three hours, 227 kilometers away from our destination. A little bit unlucky, or ran out of horsepower to go up that hill with this heavy load. So I had to wind up getting towed. Apparently this hill's getting me too, eh? My variable's still on. I was thinking stuff like delivery services like, yeah, Grubhub or Amazon, or not Amazon, Uber Eats, that kind of thing. But I mean, these questions are obviously open to whatever you want to interpret it as. I think at this point most people have used like Amazon, so I would think more along the lines of like ordering food or something locally, or even like they have like the grocery deliveries these days now too, where you they call it Instacart here. I don't know what other places call it. But yeah, no, that's what I'm thinking of. Pretty relatively open question in that aspect, though, I guess, because there is online delivery stuff as well. You know, like if you get a package from somewhere, you can buy pretty much whatever you want, though, online now. There's that story with the guy who was Negan in The Walking Dead. He was all high from weed gummies, and he was talking about this on Jimmy Kimmel, and he's saying that he ordered a Tesla, and then he forgot he ordered a Tesla. And he realized it later, I guess. Imagine ordering a car and then you're suddenly a car en route. Quite the thing, eh? So I guess I learned something today in this game. That not all routes over water are necessarily ferries. So I wound up getting stuck going up a ramp. What happened over there? Accident? Died there, you see that? $187 kilometers to go. There, even if it says I'm a master in this game, I'm sure, hundreds of hours behind many drivers. I'm sure there's plenty of drivers that have put thousands and thousands of hours into it. I mean, you could easily rack up some good time on this game, I tell you. You know, even doing like, I don't know, a few deliveries, long distance deliveries, it's a few hours right there, you know. Stokes. There's a band named the Stokes, isn't there? Probably 100 bands named that. Got the momentum ish back. Thank you for liking, much appreciated. We got a little bit of a turn coming up. For this one here, eh? Very easy. This one's easy to tip one too on top of it. But we gotta keep momentum though, as I discovered. That last one rolled us back down the hill. Doesn't matter if I was over here or over there. Does that affect the volume in the game at all? I think that's just my volume. 136 kilometers to go, guys. We're gonna be making her getting all the monies. Hopefully we don't get dinged too badly on the damage because we backed into something. Okay, this guy's hauling some big stuff too. Got a couple of rigs. Globetrotters. Oh crap, there's a car right there. Oh, what I hit now? Didn't give me an accident report. Must have just been shifting my trailer around too much. You know, it adds to the challenge the fact that I'm carrying this heavy load, but also that I'm also in an area where it's like I'm driving on the other side of the road too on top of it. It doesn't feel quite right, you know? Me at least. I'm sure to somebody from the UK it probably feels great. They must feel weird switching to the right side of the road. Or maybe they don't. Maybe if they go regular Europe a lot, I guess, they might feel normal, but gas is okay still. There's somebody in there in our spot. Thank you for coming by, Joey. You have yourself a good night yourself. Happy Monday. Alright, you guys, we're cruising now. We're going a little bit too fast. Almost tipped. That thing is clumsy. Clumsy town, won't you take me too? We're making it though. We've only got 63 kilometers to go. I bet you're thinking to yourself, awesome. Yeah, definitely a more powerful truck would kind of help with those heavy loads, you know. I never really ran into a problem where I was like having trouble, you know, where I can't pull myself forward on a slope before. You see that sometimes in real life, though. They're going like super slow going up a hill. They didn't have the momentum or something. So it might be they just didn't time it right or something. I don't know. Or they could use more horsepower. Look at that guy's hauling. An interesting looking truck. Oh, we got another turn coming up. What's that Felix though? Got a giant ball over there. John, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. Hope you're having a good Monday. Almost a long weekend though. You know, 3 more days. Then it'll be Good Friday, eh? And then Easter Monday. Gotta load up on the chocolate or something. You know, they used to have the 1-pound bunnies for like $1, but now it's like $4 or $5 for one. Most of the time it's not even that great chocolate. Alright, chocolate. I used to really enjoy the Cadbury cream eggs. Those are pretty good. Bought a little package from Costco. Well, I mean, it's Costco. It's not really a little package. I bought a package of Cadbury cream eggs, though. And now you'd think it was a bunch of cream eggs, but really, it was a bunch of smaller eggs and then some Cadbury cream eggs mixed in. Probably, I don't know, eight big ones maybe, if that. I'm not sure. I like the Cadbury cream blizzards. I think that's a McDonald's thing, but not a Dairy Queen thing though. You ever think about that? The blizzards and all that. There's some prime recycling there for you, because these chocolate factories probably, you know, threw out the broken chocolate bars and stuff like that before. Maybe sold some to, you know, cake makers or something. I don't know. Whatever, they probably came up with some sort of recipes, I'm sure, but that opened up a whole nother market for them to sell their broken crap to these places like Dairy Queen and other fast food joints. You know what blizzard I like is that Reese's Royal Blizzard. That's a good blizzard. Last time I went for blizzards, I had like one of the Oreo ones. But I mean, you know, I haven't found too many blizzards I don't like, to be honest, but I like them chocolatey usually. Where do you need it? Yeah, I guess we can do it. If we go like this. So circle right around. I don't really have an effective strategy at all, really, but then maybe we turn. Try to get as straight as we can right around here. On trailer, straighten out more. Not super straight, but wrong way. You gotta pull forward a little bit. Pull forward, come on. Alright, can we do it this time? I can go the wrong way. Messing me right up. There we go. Got it pretty quick. Woo! Oh, we still got excellent. No damage. Dang, I didn't get high enough on the damage, thank goodness. Look at that, guys. 10 places. Other stuff you guys got here. Anything good? 40 grand? Down way down there, eh? Roof lights. Well, you know, they need some roof lights over there. Across the whole world. Driving across the entirety of France, pretty much. Should be able to make the ferry, though. Wait, it's not a ferry, that's right. Trickster. Well, we learned our lesson from that thing, so we'll do it this time, I think. And we'll haul in the dough. You guys ready for lots of dough? I sure am. Lots of dough and XP, man. Gonna get these roof lights there. Right, we're in England. Almost went down the wrong way. That would've sucked. Hey guys, we're going. We're ready. Getting blazes. It'll be amazing. These guys need the roof lights delivered. We are the perfect person for the job. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Get away from this dude a bit. Alright guys, we're making it. It's gonna be crazy times here. They're gonna get these roof lights much faster than they expect. Oh, we got 30. Boy, no, the speed limit, they didn't really adjust. We're okay, we can go 48. 30 zone. It is doing some work, I guess. To 80 now. Welcome to Star Trucking. I hope you're comfortable in your passenger seat. If you have any questions, I probably don't know the answer, but you can ask. I could tell you that we're making a left turn up here. There was a secret left turn coming up. Where are you guys? Secret is out. We are now turning left. There's no shoulders here in England, apparently. Not much, anyway. Probably gas up here, eh? And that one's a bit out of the way. Gas up next time. Alright, so we got about 440 kilometers worth of gas to go. So if we see a convenient gas station, we're gonna grab it. Sleep is about halfway. We're probably okay there still. Never did try to go down those yellow barriers. Probably just turns you around, eh? Tosses you into the air. Load's not as heavy as that other one. That other one always tipped you almost if you swerved hard. Roof lights aren't as bad, I guess. Oh, we'll get off that shoulder. We're going really fast here, 90 out of 80. Alright, we're gonna follow this dude here. He knows where he's going. All the way to the gas station coming up. Guess we won't really follow him. Probably gonna miss the gas station now as a result, too. Itchy base. Goodness, I got pulled over. It made it a lot easier. Yeah, I'm gonna miss the gas station. He's in the way. Plus my face got itchy. What is that? Someone thinking about you and your face is itchy? I don't know. My shoulder check. Alright, you guys. Gonna turn left here. Left, secret left turn. You haven't followed yet, by the way. It'd be nice if you follow, like, share. Helps get the word out to Facebook. Always cool hearing where you're from, too, if you want to mention where you're from. You know, whatever. I'm a passenger, you know. Chat if you like, or sit there quietly, whatever you want. Like you're backpacking across Europe here, you know. Well, right now we're backpacking across UK. Then we will be going through France. And almost to Italy. We're on a big old trip for these tail lights or headlights or whatever the heck they were. Roof lights, that's what it was. We got a turn right here. Accidentally overcompensated by cutting the speed too much there. Like 10:30 at night in game time. If you look on the top right, there's a clock top right of the GPS thingy. Alright, you guys. 31 hours game time to go. It's quite the trip, eh? We got our brights on. I like driving with the brights on. Gas station looks like it's pretty convenient. Not like super convenient, but it's alright. There we go. Probably sucks for them to have to fill up 1,000 liters at a time, but I think we're okay for sleep for a little bit still. We got a little bit of roundabout thingy coming up. Looks like a little bit of a circle. I don't know if we'll bother working our way up to 100 because we're going to wind up turning. Gotta go on that bridge, it looks like, eh? Alright, you guys, we just gotta keep remembering to drive on this side of the road. Andrea, thank you for liking, much appreciated. Here's another right turn coming up. We're gonna be at those weird train ferry things that I had a little bit of trouble with before. Make sure I have a good run, I guess, before we go up the ramp. Kind of confused. I never rode one of those before. Almost like a subway or something for trucks and cars. We're almost there. You guys will see what I'm talking about. Although I might not have as much trouble with this thing because roof lights aren't as heavy as what I was hauling before. Channel tunnel. Alright, so the first time I went down the wrong lane. This one's open, I guess. Oh, I have no X's and stuff. Well, we're going in this one anyway. Parking brake? Didn't know I had a parking brake. I tried going straight last time. Can't do that. It's like a weird train thing. I don't know, you just pull out of it, I guess. I don't know. The crap here, man. Alright, I think we're on the right path now. Oh, this ramp here I got stuck on because it didn't have enough horsepower. Oh, I gotta be careful to have momentum. Well, it might be because it was a really heavy load last time. Oh, I ain't stopping. I think it's one way anyway. Now we're back to left-hand drive because we're back across away from the UK. Or no, right-hand drive, I mean, sorry. So, as far as that goes, doesn't matter. We could circle right around and get that, make that yellow. You know, because it's cool to make everything yellow. The roads, highlight the roads, you know, so that you know you drove on them. So we gotta go straight here. Come on, buses, get out of the darn way. Alan, thank you for liking, much appreciated. Alright, you guys, here we go. We're making it. 29 hours to go, 1,500 kilometers. We're gonna have to find a sleeping spot now coming up. We're gonna have to sleep a couple times. We've got basically the entirety of France to drive. Then we gotta take a ferry. Then we gotta drive a little more. And then the roof lights will be delivered. Everybody needs roof lights over on that island, I guess. The whole island needs a semi-truck full of roof lights. There's a rest stop coming up, eh? I think we'll go for the next rest stop though. Another one just up there. Go lame next. Well, I do play different games, Donnie. But I've been into this Euro Truck Simulator recently. It's pretty fun, actually. Almost like you're riding shotgun there with me. But, I mean, you know, it's not for everybody, of course. But, of course, you know, you might want to hit that follow anyway, because I do all sorts of different streams. So, you know, when I'm on to something else, you might be your favorite thing ever. Oh crap, go over here and gas up. Looks interesting. It you know, there's something, there's relaxing. But it is actually, you know, kind of interesting to grow your business and stuff like that. I mean, you know, you can break down most video games into some basic components. but it's actually a little more harder than you'd think for some of these things because you want to get all these tickets and stuff. So where's this thing here? Okay, here's the sleeper. But yeah, I kind of been building up my skills for my driver. I can do these long hauls. And now these are super long hauls. I mean, I'm driving across all of France here. You gotta manage your sleep, you gotta manage your truck damage, your gas. You can turn off rules like, you know, if you don't want to get traffic tickets, but I find it kind of a little more interesting with that stuff. You don't thank you for following, much appreciated. But yeah, definitely, I mean, it's certainly a different game than the Assassin's Creed Valhalla that I was playing recently. I mean, that game, I must have killed 5,000 soldiers, you know, or more, I bet. But I did try to make it more interesting. I added some radio songs from the Facebook music area. Songs that are allowed on the Facebook. And I don't have to worry about watching for alerts on the commercial songs and stuff like that. Get some airtime to these folks that are providing the free music to Facebook. I wonder how they sign up to that. It's like, I want to be a Facebook. And it'd be nice if we could drive through and grab a dinner for our dude or something, eh? Mind you, that might make you hungry, you know, if you're watch your dude eat. Yeah, we're making our way through Paris now. We're delivering rooftop lights. I tell ya, I played trucking on the Intellivision at one point, and technology's gone up a bit since then. The old trucking, he had a paper map and everything. Of course the truck decided to merge right then. We can go a bit faster, eh? 90 here. Got some good open road here. Good company, good tunes. Well, okay tunes. Why the radio's not super loud. Freeware music is top notch. Oh, we gotta cut our speed before we get a ticket. Don't want the trip costing us money. We want to get over 700,000 bucks this go round. That gate out of my way. I want to get going. Breaking the law, breaking the law. That's right. We're Judas Priest, eh? We gotta take her easy when we hit banana car here. So Kobe, are you into watching all of NBA as well, or just specific teams based on your name there? I don't know what Ogang is. I would assume that's another NBA player. And the Lakers are playing. I got to work with, I don't know if you're familiar with him, but Kelly Olynyk. His parents I got to work with at one point. Oh, it's your real name? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Well, I thought maybe you just named your gamer or your name. You can name yourself whatever you want, really, on Facebook. Kind of cool, though. There's a big yellow plane. And that was sad news last year, I tell you. I saw him around, but oh crap. I saw him around, but it's more like I worked with his dad briefly, kind of thing. You know, like I fixed his computer kind of deal. Nothing overly exciting. I did see Kelly in the area. You know, he's super tall. But you know, I don't know if I really would have much of a chance to meet him though. You know, you're working, you don't want to bug people's kids. Yeah, his parents were nice. His dad is a coach somewhere. Jolene, thank you for liking. He's super tall though, I tell you, that guy. Yeah, my one of my colleagues, he said that he used to have Kelly over actually because his son was friends with him. So he used to have Kelly over when he was a teenager or whatever. So he said it was kind of weird seeing him getting drafted by the NBA, you know. He got recently traded too. He's on like the Rockets now or something like that. I think he was on the Heat at one point. And then I think he was on like Boston before that. Chris, thank you for liking, much appreciated. And I had another person that I worked on their computer for. Their kid is, I don't know if he's still on Detroit Red Wings for hockey. Hey, back to you. Look at the music on my stream, man. That's unique. New thing-ish. Started last stream. The Facebook music. Newer, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. House of Hydra, thank you for liking. You don't like this name my dad gave you? I don't know, it's a good name. It seems it could be worse. It could be Elon Musk's kid. Did you see the name they named their kid? Can't even say it. It's like a symbol. Or a map thing or whatever, I don't know. I'm trying to explain that one to your teacher all the time, eh? Exactly here. Let that cruise while we can, eh? Yeah, I don't know, you might have to Google that one, but he's married, Elon Musk is married to Grimes, who's a Canadian singer. And they just had a baby, and they named it something really weird, and they got forced to change the name. Because it was like this really odd thing. You'd have to Google what it was, the name, but it was just something really unusual. I don't know what it'd be like being Elon Musk's kid. That'd probably be pretty weird, actually. That dude's like a supervillain. Comes up with some crazy cool stuff, but you know, if there's ever a supervillain story in the making, I could see it being him. You know, because he's got that brain chip technology that he's working on, and he wants to try it on himself. I mean, how many superheroes have that as their story, or supervillains? What was it? I can't remember. Can you paste the name in? Oh yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, that's why I couldn't say it. Imagine that as the teacher, eh? Or even the kid saying it. I don't know how you'd even say that. Probably call them A or X or something. I think they said how to pronounce it, but not sure. What's her face? What's her name now? The lady that plays Robert Downey Jr.'s assistant in Iron Man. She named her kid Apple. That's kind of a weird name. She's a little bit of an odd duck too. There are all sorts of weird things that she sells. A famous actress, but she has a company on the side that sells like weird stuff. Well, at least Elon Musk's kid would be the only one in their class named that. There's no question. Man, lots of stuff going on the road here today, eh? Look at all this construction and crap. Slow down here. Traffic fines double in construction zones, don't they? I'm not sure, but I'm sure that's something one could look up. Gates is pretty wealthy, but he's also given a lot of money away to charities. And Elon has reinvested a lot, you know. He got really into Bitcoin recently too. They invested pretty heavily. You can buy a Tesla with a Bitcoin now. Definitely, in the long run, I think Elon will have more money, but Bill Gates actually made a pledge, you know, him and his wife, that the majority of their fortune is going to go to charity. You know, so their kids will, you know, the kids will be okay, but you know, they're not going to get this giant sum there. Then most of it's going to go to some charities, you know, because they're trying to make the world a better place. Which makes you wonder, you know, how did they wind up, you know, like, you always see on Facebook all the memes, all these people like always picking on you know, they always pick these rich guys as villains in some way, you know, and saying that, you know, that Bill was trying to push vaccines because he wants, you know, to microchip it and make all this money off vaccines and stuff. But I mean, if they pledged their money away, you know, it doesn't really matter if he makes more money, other than more money is going to go to charity. Some millionaires did that pledge. Assuming they follow through with it, then I mean, that's not a bad thing. He would be a great model, yeah. But still, there's always rumors, all the time about conspiracies that he's trying to, you know, just get richer and richer. But I don't know, he's spending a lot of money for somebody whose goal is to get richer and richer. Now, Jeff Bezos, on the other hand, man, that guy has the dough. Holy crap, man. He set a individual record per day earning or something like that because of COVID. you know, pushed a lot of people to ordering a lot of crap on Amazon. So man, that guy rolled in it. Definitely, if anybody was benefiting from the lockdowns, it was old Jeff Bezos, because he, Amazon, like, totally took right off. The annoying thing about that, you know, for COVID though, is all the supply lines and all that stuff of all these different things like Xboxes and all that got slowed right down. So you know, if people want to get into consoles or whatever, they gotta wait and wait and wait. LG, thank you for following, much appreciated. Elon Musk has his little share of controversies himself there. He's had back down on words. He got pulled off his board, being on his board or whatever, because he's said stuff that would get him in trouble stock wise, you know, that kind of thing. All right, you have yourself a good night. Thank you for being here. And happy Monday coming up. Tuesday. Might be Tuesday there already, eh? Already midnight on the East Coast. Alright, 90 kilometers an hour here. Making good time though, we're down to 1,000 kilometers. Still quite a trip, but there is a ferry ride in between. Clint, thank you for liking, much appreciated. What was my speed limit? Or my thing might be set to 90. Well, I guess it was okay. It jumped up to 90. I am pretty well, thank you. I hope you're well too. Doing the big hauls today, although I had a little bit of trouble earlier. I'm probably gonna make the YouTube clip for that. I was carrying a really heavy load and I got stuck on a ramp coming out of some weird train thing that apparently is between England and France. Elite Dangerous Expansion Alpha. Oh really? Never did play Elite Dangerous though. I've seen some people playing it. It looks pretty interesting. Looks like you could spend a lot of time on Elite Dangerous. All these games, eh? That's why backlogs are so amazing, is because, like, for example, truck driving simulator here. Get over here more, right? Truck driving simulator here could absorb hours and hours and hours. You know, you play a game like Assassin's Creed, there's another 200 hours. I'm sure you could put thousands of hours into Elite Dangerous. Get into the MMOs and stuff too, those are crazy hours. Like Euro Truck, but Galaxy. Or be a space pirate, alien hunter, or explorer. Yeah, it gives you a lot of options, eh? You have to schedule your gaming. I remember when the news used to talk about all these people ruining their lives with World of Warcraft. You never hear about that anymore. No? Not the hot news topic anymore. You know, I think it's like these companies, you know, pick on certain things because they get the views out of it, or clicks, or they get the eyeballs. Because video games have become more normalized, you know, now. Because, you know, most people have grown up on them now, you know. It's just, it'd be like totally old to have not played a video game. And even then, a lot of people that are old have played some sort of game, you know, whether it be some phone game or something, you know, online something, you know, or another. But you know, because games came out you know, for the next generation, it'll be, they won't even been around without them. Sensationalism, and now they're done enough studies. The video games don't actually cause harm. They still blame them though. Yeah, targets a lot of things without research. They still blame them though. The video games, they're still politicians trying to ban video games here and there. There's a dude in Illinois that was trying to pass a law against violent video games that had violence against humans and animals and carjackings. You don't know what game they're going after there. And when Trump was in power, I even watched on the White House webpage, they had a video about the violence of video games. So it's not one side or the other, it's politicians in general like blaming that. I think it's because they don't want to bring policy in. Video game addiction is thing. Well, in the cases I'm talking about, they're trying to say it causes violence, right? So there's no evidence supporting that. They're going up to some sort of big city, eh? Anything can do that. Video games are a good distraction from actual problems and easy access to deadly firearms. Yeah. They could take out their frustrations on some random computer character, eh? Yeah, I figure if somebody's gonna play a game and go kill somebody, there were probably, you know, other thing would have probably caused them to go kill somebody anyway. They're predisposed to something there. But you know, hopefully they figure out ways to reduce the problems. You know, no one wants to see any mass shootings or stuff like that, and I don't think anybody really wants to take away every single gun either. You know, just reasonable or responsible control would be good. Didn't want to bring my stream down. No, it's fine. I mean, you can make anything literally political, though. You know, bring enough education. That's what they need to do. More education. I think that they can figure something out, but you know, it's just somewhere good in the middle somewhere, I think. Definitely they need to up education and up you know, stuff like mental health and stuff like that for people, though. They marketed guns to be super powerful, so people power trip on them. They're educated. People would see them like cars. That's the thing, you know. I think around Canada at least, or most of Canada, I think most people think of guns as a hunting tool. I don't think they really equate it. Some people do. I don't think they necessarily really equate it to a human killing device, you know? Like they do, some people do see it as a thing for that, but I think a lot of people think of it as a hunting tool first. That's what I always learned anyway. Hendrickson, thank you for liking. Yeah, and cars, you have to take... Hey, Axman. Cars, you have to... How did you do in the hockey? I was assuming you played hockey. Why not? Guns, you have to have a license to take a test. Yeah, I mean, that seems reasonable to me. I haven't... Like, I did a little bit when I was little, but I haven't lately. I do enjoy eating wild game, though. I think that the nice lean deer and stuff like that, very delicious. I had a lot of jerky before and roasts and steaks and stuff like that of bighorn sheep too. Those are always very, very good. Growing up too, my dad was a pheasant hunter, pheasant and duck, so I had a lot of that too, but it's been a long time since I had duck. Axman, you like wild game meat? I don't know, I just think that wild game is like, it just feels a lot nicer to eat, you know? Oh my god, this guy's getting tired. might be some spots up ahead here, I guess. Yeah. Did you know you can order a lot of wild meat at Costco? Like if you go to Costco online? I mean, that takes kind of some of the fun out of it for some people, but I didn't realize that you could actually order stuff like that from a store. It's okay. Yeah, like if you go to, it's only on their webpage. It's not in the stores though. They have that Kobe beef too that you can order from Costco too. This might be different in the States or something though, but at Costco.ca they have that stuff. Might as well top up the gas too, eh? Lasagna where you use venison, hamburger, and sharp cheddar cheese instead of mozzarella is really good. Oh, really? Do you like stuff like goat cheese and all that too? Right. You know what? On Friday, it's gonna be Good Friday. Goat cheese is good for certain things, but if you're using other cheeses, it doesn't really make a difference. Axming, are you ready for Friday? For hockey? Gotta psych ourselves up for some wins. Hopefully it works better this time. The servers were terrible last time. They're brokener than broke. I like trying different kinds of cheeses. Like, you know, sometimes Costco has that assorted cheese kind of deal. Friday's your birthday. Not just Good Friday, it's Clint Friday. Well, happy birthday in advance in case I neglect to mention it. Or if you are busy or whatever that day. Ackling's like, yes, yes, I'm going to be scoring like crazy. Axman's favorite song is playing right now, I think. Just too old. You ever do anything interesting on your birthday? I used to like going to Mr. Mike's. It's a restaurant around here. I don't know if it's in your area. Because they had this thing where you could have any entree you wanted. And so I'd pick the $45 steak. And that, you know, you wind up getting, like, you combine it with another coupon you have sometimes, and you get $20 off off an appetizer too, and get like $60 off your meal. They changed it though, Mr. Mike's. Now it's just like a $20 credit or something like that. Thank you for coming by, Axming. You have yourself a great night too. Last year's lockdown, so I made birthday fajitas. And your bloodhound ate dinner with you. That'd be awesome. Paradiso get a free meal. Nice. Yeah, it was always kind of a downer, eh? I had to actually put my dog down during he was like almost 16. If you look at some of my old videos on YouTube, you can see her actually. Or subscribers can also have a sticker. There's a sticker they can put down over her face. But I had to put her down during COVID, and they would only let one person in the room at a time. So, you know, basically, you go with the vet, and that's it. And then, you know, the vet would leave, and you know, one other person can enter the room. So that you have two people total, including the vet, in the room at a time. So that was kind of crappy. Thing about that, you know, because you kind of want to be present for that. Or I think you want to be present for that anyway. Some people don't like being present, but every animal I've had personally, excluding growing up, I wanted to be there till the end for them, you know. It was super hard with dog though, because like, you know, it's kind of you and the vet and stuff like that. She had a good long life though. She a Karelian bear dog. And those usually don't, like, their average age isn't that high, like compared, it's not 16, it's like 12 or something like that. Jerk, that guy had to take the same spot, eh? But yeah, there's some pictures of her on my Instagram. And YouTube and stuff like that, in the older YouTube videos. He used to have a doggy cam, actually. Yeah, she was a good dog, that's for sure. Axming, who was just here, he remembers her, I'm sure. He was watching the stream back then. Hey Brett, what's up with you? We're delivering roof lights here, guys. Here I can merge. 17 hours still. Like the longest trip for roof lights you've ever seen, I think. Although there's a ferry ride in there. So it's probably like, I imagine we'll have to sleep one more time, but we'll get there and then we'll get lots of XP. It'll be over 700. Well, I don't know if it's 50 grand, but get some money. Close to 700 grand maybe. It was like 30,000 or something. You guys voting for the polls? One's leading by a bit there. Oh, I'm going all over the place. Mod sticks. That sounds good. You get some, you have to report back and let me know how they were. I haven't had that for a long time, that. You know, the thing about when I talk about the delivery, you know, Uber Eats or whatever, right? The thing I find that if you order like side items like that, you know, like appies or a drink or whatever. Like half of the time they forget that part. Get the main meal. You gotta meet someone on Resident Evil 6. Thanks. Okay, yeah, thanks for coming by. Have yourself a good night and have a good time on Resident Evil 6. Sometimes half of each. Oh, blue cheese. Oh, okay. Hot sauce and blue cheese. You don't get other than Domino's and pizza? Well, you're not missing out. You know what the worst is what you know. I ordered some banana chocolate chip pancakes from Denny's via, I don't know, Skip the Dishes or whatever it was, and they didn't include the bananas or the chocolate chips. What the heck? You know, because they kind of give it to you in little containers with it, you know, because it'd be all melted by the time you get it, right? So if you want the Denny's, assuming you know what Denny's is, if you want the Denny's, get that in person. I used to deliver pizza. Worked for a pizza delivery place once. Fun. That was like one of the only tip jobs I ever had, actually. Of course, I always wound up, you know, the senior crew members always took the good ones, but so I got to deliver to the place that didn't tip half the time. I think we're at our port here. I don't think we could have necessarily. Well, maybe we might have been able to make it. I don't know. I don't think it hurts to have that sleep for your character anyway. Yeah, the pizza place I worked at, it was a mom and pop joint, and you know, people would actually go out of their way on their vacation trips to get through that town, go to that pizza place. They loved it. Because I don't know, I always find that mom and pop pizza is my preference, you know, because they're usually not so thin or, you know, industrial, I guess. You know, like they're not conveyor belt pizzas. You know, with things measured down to the ounce or something like that. There's some chains that are alright, but kind of feels like you get more when you're ordering from a place that's not a chain. Plus you're supporting local, which is nice. Well, I guess the owners are probably local most of the time anyway, but I used to have this one pizza place near me that had a 20-pound pizza. Like, it was real thick, loaded with like meat, stuff like that. They unfortunately closed down here. Closest one I think is in Calgary now. was in a smaller chain. It didn't have that many. We're almost at the ferry, guys. Definitely prefer the ferries over that weird train thing. All right. Leg 2 of the journey. Give you a proportion. We're going up here. We started up here somewhere. Where was it? I can't remember now. Le Mans? I guess I can tell it's right here. Oh, it's Felixstowe. It was in Britain. But we started up here. And all the way across France. To this ferry. And then now we're here. And we just gotta go up there. Awesome, eh? All right. Go through here. So now we're down to 145 kilometers. Almost hit the fence. Oh, we've been no good, eh? William, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. We're getting places here. We're delivering roof lights. Full trailer full of roof lights, I think. I think in real life, though, I don't know. Do they haul just one thing like that, or do they probably haul all sorts of things, eh? Fill up half the truck with one thing and half with another. Need some truckers to fill me in, you know, what goes on. Borat's Pizza is very nice. Little side road there, weird. Exclusive Euro Truck apparel. Sign me up. I didn't know you could buy Euro Truck shirts. Kind of fun. They should award you, like, if you hit 2,000 miles or, I don't know, some crazy number, they should give you a shirt. That'd be cool. Especially if you're streaming it, you know, then you can advertise for them, you know? I guess playing the game is advertisement, technically, too. I mean, you know, you might not have known this was your game until you saw it, right? And you're like, hey, this kind of looks fun. I think I might try it. I'll pick it up next sale on Steam. or whatever. You can try a free demo of it too, actually, if you're really into it. I picked it up on Steam, like on Black Friday. Got most of it on discount. Some of the DLC I didn't. You know, some of the DLC I had to buy full price because I didn't want to wait for it. Some of it's really reasonable Steam sales though. Put it on your little wish list and keep an eye on it. They'll let you know. Or if you don't like Steam, you can also, I think you can buy it on other things too. Origin or whatever. You know, there's so many different places you can buy games now. Crazy. 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 Crazy for you, baby. Alright. That's my version of Aerosmith. In case you were wondering. Wanted to check it up on YouTube and see how close I was. That was a game time. Midnight. No wonder it's so dark. Try to say your name, Nasiba? Thank you for liking. Faber, thank you for following. Muchly appreciated. We're driving, the roof light's over, guys. Use more roof lights on my car here. I don't think adding lights to it really adds to the how much light you actually produce though. That'd be cool because I have like 15 lights on the front of my car. I'm drifting into that bus, man. Here now. It's a pretty windy road though, hey? Eva, thank you for following, much appreciated. Welcome. This game needs more of stars. The sky. Can't see the Big Dipper or nothing. They need to do a night sky update. Who doesn't love stars, right? Like, you're watching Shakal Star. I mean, that's awesome, isn't it? How about my gestures? You know, I make gestures with my hands sometimes. You can't see my hand. It kind of takes away from the whole motion of it. 54 kilometers to go till our delivery here, guys. Isn't that awesome? Alright. At that angle though, I'm on this side because that way the wheel shows up somewhat. So watch out for whatever that was. One thing about this simulator game, they don't really have realistic windows. As you can imagine how bugged up they would get. Or I would assume they would anyway. My car gets so bugged up when I take a drive this long. Or even half as long. This was a big trip, this one. And my windshield looks like it came right out of the window dealer. Although maybe that'd be annoying too if your window is all gunked up with crap. It could have as an option though, you know, like turn it on or off. Baron Baska. You know, sometimes they have something called Sasha. Sometimes they have Baron something. I wonder if there's a Cohen something. Because there's Borat Pizza. I have a feeling. Recon, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. And Karsh, thank you for following. Much appreciated. Alright, you guys. 8 kilometers to go for delivering the roof lights. We are golden because we have it on the radar now. We discovered Bastia. Who knew? The speed slow down a bit, I guess. Doing not too bad for sleep-wise and stuff, gas. See, there's Borat Pizza. Probably shouldn't have stopped there. That road's cracked, eh? Here we go, guys. DNT needs Here's the stuff, the roof lights. Barra, thank you for liking, much appreciated. Kinda sucks doing this in the dark, but I don't know, it shouldn't be too bad, I wouldn't think. There we go. Hey, Andrew. Thank you for liking. Up, broski. Oops, wrong way, man. Try that again. Still getting that part down, you know. Oh, crap. Far. Try it again. Knight Rider, thank you for liking. Oh, wrong way again. I'm still getting this backing up stuff down, you know. Now, we go this way, I think. Oh no. Crap, dudes. There we go. Oh, I was thinking the other way. No trouble, eh? Knight Rider's in the house. There we go, that's close enough. Not the greatest park, but what can you do? Level 24! Or no, level 23 now. Sweet. I think we leveled up. We got these ones all full now. We can haul poison. Or we can start getting in just-in-time delivery. There was more. They got scared away by my bad parking. Just kidding. I don't know. It's gonna go up and down. Just-in-time delivery. Oh, the tighter windows, I see. Give you more money. And this gives you better gas mileage. I think we'll get this for now, and then we'll on just-in-time delivery after that one. Now what do these guys got? Can deliver some dry milk, some garlic, or some chewing gum. Some garlic to Rome. Go up to. We'll do that one. That one looks cool to do. $26.82 a kilometer. Look at that. We almost have 700 grand. I added some music to my radio. The groovy tunes, eh? It's just free Facebook musics. There we go. We are set. But you know what, guys? Unfortunately, I gotta work tomorrow. Well, fortunately and unfortunately. So I'm gonna go to bed. If you haven't voted yet in the poll, please do so. We'll go through the results. And if you haven't followed yet, please do so as well. If you want to watch again tomorrow, 7 o'clock Pacific time is when I stream, which would be about 3 hours and 14 minutes ago, or whatever time it is now for you. The if you are watching this video after the facting, like and hitting share helps a lot. And of course, hitting follow helps all the time. So that is if you're not following. If you want to know the poll results here, pretty even for everything. Yes, love it. Got 54% of the votes. That wasn't very even. The rest got all 15% though. So yes, once in a while. 15%, no, never, 15%, and no, am I missing out? 15%. Technically, you know, it looks like it's around 69. 69! 69! Pick 69, it'll be funny. 69% said yes. 30% said no. Doesn't add up. There's a percent missing, but whatever. Anyway. Thank you for being here. Thank you for those who stopped in, said hello, and any kind of participation you had, for sharing, for liking, for hosting, for the stars earlier from Yod. There's some stars. Smith with some stars. And I noticed that it always tells me a day late, but it looks like yesterday House of Hydra dropped me a host, so that's pretty awesome. Oh, what we got there? Sounds like more stars rolled in. There's Jody, or no, Jordy. Jordan, thank you so much. Let's go, Maine. Sorry for calling you Jody. I got all excited, you know. Stars for star. Thank you for the stars as well. Yeah, thank you everybody for being here, and hopefully we'll see you again in the near future. And doesn't matter what I'm playing, feel free to stop in and say hey, and hopefully we'll see you again soon. We'll host somebody, so say hi to them.